kind of overpower the coffee notes. I need to.
Where's this from again?
I know Todd loves this, and so I'm gonna give a little
Russia.
bit more.
Russia.
No, he said it was from somewhere else. And,
But it's a Russian one.
It's brewed in
It's
the
here.
States.
It's brewed. Yeah, it's brewed in Illinois.
So there's a lot of Russians in Illinois?
No,
Probably. There's a lot of Russians everywhere, Todd.
I got one sitting right next
I'm
to me.
right
Todd.
here.
Oh, true story.
Got a little commie at the table.
Yeah.
Well, you're
So
wearing red, so.
It's funny that, yeah, it's funny that you say that because if you look at this artwork on this can of distilled Privyet, it's got the Russian. How do you say that, Liz? Matriarch dolls.
The nesting dolls.
Oh,
The
yeah,
nesting
yeah,
dolls.
yeah.
And it's got a little bit of the font from the Russian propaganda movement, where it was
Yeah.
an anti-beer propaganda movement.
Okay.
Really cool artwork during that time. But let me give you guys a little bit of background on the. Did you have a question, Todd?
Yeah, that artwork y'all were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that all about?
So I don't remember the year, but basically Russia throughout times have tried to keep, and forgive me, I'm not Russian, so if I'm saying this wrong, don't get mad at me, but we're really kind of focused on keeping beer out and vodka being the main staple.
Okay.
So they had this propaganda movement that was like anti-beer, and it's just the coolest artwork and the coolest propaganda movement, really, when we talk about politics. And it didn't work, obviously. But let me give you guys a little bit of a background on why these are called Russian Imperial Stouts. And this goes back to Catherine the Great in 1698, and also Peter the Great. But this is a little bit of a salacious story if you add my twist on it. Okay, because I've done some research on this one. Maybe even went back in time. Catherine the Great was on diplomatic tour to London, and she had these strong beers for the first time ever, and she loved them, and wanted to have them brought back to her motherland, and so she could enjoy stouts. And of course, to make the long journey from London to Russia, you needed to amp that beer up and get it strong. Also, Russian people are hardy folk, and they can handle a strong beer. And they wanted the stronger side of that stout spectrum.
Okay.
So Catherine the Great is partly why these are called Russian Imperial Stouts. However, there's another side story that it was, in fact, Peter the Great that was allowing these beers to get into Russia because on his journeys to London with his mistress, she was, in fact, had fallen in love with this beer. And he was opening the gates of Russia up to bring this beer in for his mistress. Now, later, Catherine the Great gets some accolades for overthrowing Peter the Great, her husband, and getting him out of there. And then she got the last sip of beer. So let's dig into this, guys. It's sweet.
Okay.
It's bold. The reason I paired it up with this because you want bold flavors to go with bold flavors, and you want big beers to go with big, delicious things like peanut butter and jelly.
Now, there's little bones in these beef ribs. These are short ribs. Be very careful. All right? All right.
Wait,
all right.
The
Which
one
one's
with
going with this beer?
the no cheese with the cheese.
The no cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
PB
Peanut
and J.
butter's on the left. Yeah.
PB&J Cutler. This also could pair good with a Black Forest cake, a rack of ribs. You could throw a scoop of vanilla ice cream in your Imperial Stout.
I'd like to see this glazed on there.
That sounds good. Ice cream and beer. What is that? Some sort of beer float? I
Like
don't know
a beer.
if I've
I was
tried
about to say a beer float. Yeah.
It's awesome with an Imperial Stout because you get that sweetness.
Really? All right. I'll have to try that out sometime then.
It's a nice time.
I mean, what kind of ice? What flavor would you actually do? Like a vanilla in a beer like this? I mean,
Scoop of vanilla is the best.
okay.
Have you had those not your father's like root beers or cream sodas?
Oh yeah, those are great.
That's what you need to pair with like ice cream. I feel.
Yeah, that'd be a great float.
Right?
Yeah.
You guys take a big sip of this Russian Imperial Stout. Feel that burn and that sweetness as it mixes in with
I
it.
tasted it before I even tasted this, and I loved it.
Right on.
I actually had an event years ago, over 10 years ago, where we did my old country band we played, and they had a beer distributor that the specials for that night were beer floats.
Oh, right on.
And my favorite one of the night was the left-hand milk stout with a scoop of chocolate ice cream in it. Was
Yum.
incredible. And then the other one was it was another craft. This was Brando, Mike, Florida Bev, Mike.
Yeah.
So he's the one who set this all up. There was another stout that he had that we paired with vanilla. It was amazing. But that milk stout and the chocolate, it was great.
Hey, Danny.
So people don't think that milk and beer or ice cream and beer match up, but they actually do. They absolutely do.
I was just wondering if you're getting any beef with all that sauce down there. I mean, how come you got overlaid power of a sauce? And I'm over here empty.
I'm a
Todd,
fan of Indomitian
Todd.
stew.
Because you probably
Do you want some of my
I
sauce,
already
Todd?
ate mine.
I got a lot of sauce.
I have
nothing
a
to
lot
dip
of
it
wet
now.
sauce right here, Todd. Would you like to lick it up?
No, I was just looking at the lake full of sauce he has
That's a
over
first.
Yeah. So this sauce is a little hotter than last time. Am I right, Danny?
No, it's the same type.
Yep.
It's the same batch. Yeah.
It's also peanut butter.
You never know when it's going to hit you.
I know it sneaks up. I wasn't sure if this pairing was going to be good, and I think we nailed another accidental home run.
Yeah, I think so too.
I feel it's a little spicier than last time too, though. Because last
It
time
feels like
I voted against it because it wasn't as spicy.
Yeah. Did you sure you didn't
No,
accidentally?
it's- She must be coming back with a
I think she was the
vengeance.
only one that voted against it. We all voted for the peanut butter because it tasted more peanut butter.
The great name.
This time,
But I
know.
do taste the peanut butter though. It's amazing.
This
Yeah.
time,
I like
time-
this batch
yeah.
better than the last time.
Yeah, but last time the peanut butter carried it more than the hot did.
Also,
This
there we
time the
go.
hot is really carrying it.
It might be the application as well, because the way, applied to wings as opposed to ribs, there's a flavor clash right there
True.
that changes the way it tastes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think
Or
so.
it might be the Russian alcohol we're drinking.
It could be
Could be.
the alcohol
Yeah.
and the sweetness of this
Yeah.
It's my people.
beer
like this
somehow
too.
teasing up the heat.
I
It's
really
only
like this one.
75%.
I like it a lot.
alcohol.
Now you know why Catherine the Great was like,
It's not
fuck you,
like
this is my beer.
Heavy. It's heavy, but it's not. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I like this better than a lot of stouts that I've tried. For sure.
It's not uncommon for someone to like an imperial stout because they like that full flavor profile.
Yeah.
They like that wash over the palate of that sweet complexity of chocolates and coffees, and then that boozy burn. It just it's like a heavy metal song or something.
Imperial Stout, it's a very wide flavor.
Yeah,
Like, there's a lot going on there.
a lot going on there. Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, so this is a good first pairing. I think this is going to be a tough one to beat. We're going to move into this Carlsberg European Pale Lager. This is going to be kind of right up Todd's alley, and I know Liz is going to love it. Liz, I got this for you. Now, this was on sale. I got this at Target. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those autographs on there? Can you read those?
I might just be biased and say this is the best beer, even if it's not. Liverpool FC 2020 onwards. It's a Liverpool beer.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not. It is a Liverpool beer.
Well, it's dedicated to them. It's brewed by Carlsberg out of Denmark. It's a European pale lager. It's 5%. And I chose that as a good seventh inning beer. It's your favorite team, our
Yes.
hosts,
Like,
and it was on sale.
Peep the shirt. Got my Liverpool shirt on.
Shirt,
right now.
right? This might be your new beer, right?
I might
This-
just drink it just cause.
This and this combination. I don't know.
Well, I think Carlsberg was the jersey sponsor for Liverpool at one point. A few years.
Yes,
we're talking
they
about
were.
like
They
10
were.
years ago.
Yes,
yeah,
they were.
Carlsberg
They were.
was the jersey sponsor for them. Yeah.
Carlsberg
It was
is like
before
this-
standard charter. It was Carlsberg.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
sponsor everybody.
Yeah.
I got a Carlsberg story for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, you do.
That 2024
World Cup 2010.
2010
Sauce
Yep.
is good.
Landon Donovan late minute goal. Apparently, I've been drinking Carlsberg all day, and they put your receipt into a raffle. Well, we got there I think it was 9 o'clock in the morning, because these games are going off in Africa. And Dirt picks me up. He's like, "Hey, you want to go?"
Chili's
I'm like,
good, Liz.
Yeah, we want to go, and he picks me up. So, anyways, I drink a whole lot. I end up winning all the raffles: soccer ball, shirts. Dirt, you can tell it better.
Yeah, Carlsberg sponsored World Cup at the Copper Rocket where we were watching the games. And so the way that they had done it was every time you ordered a pint of Carlsberg, your name went into a fishbowl for them to draw prizes from. And in that particular day, Todd had consumed 11 pints of Carlsberg.
Right on.
And so every time they
Wasn't
went to
even
the
2
bowl,
o'clock.
every time they went to the fishbowl to draw a prize, Todd's name came up. So Todd showed up that day, He ended the day laying between the bar and the stools on the ground, but he walked away with
All
a
the
Carlsberg
prizes.
hat, a Carlsberg T-shirt, a Carlsberg jersey, and a Carlsberg soccer ball, which he dribbled back to my Explorer when I took him home that day.
I still have 2 sets of. I won 2 other sets of shot glasses too.
Oh,
Drinking
yeah,
glasses.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
Worcestershire.
Todd literally won
something, yeah.
everything that day in the
Warsteiner.
raffle.
Probably Warsteiner. But did you show anybody your goodies? You know, that's what the end of the night comes down to.
Can you give me a Carlsberg gift that you won?
I actually
Possibly.
have it still on the shelf, or actually in my cupboard. I've kept it in the box still.
Can I have one thing?
What?
I don't know. The least.
She's
thing that you
asking
like.
if you'll gift her one of your Carlsberg things.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. What do you want? You want the whole box? I mean, it's still in the box. Never been taken out.
What's still in the box?
Just anything.
The whole glass set. I got like a custom glass, like
But
drinking
you got a
glass
soccer
set.
ball too, right?
Soccer ball's long gone.
That's what I
I,
want.
talking about 10 years
gifted
ago.
that to somebody that was like, "Hey, I actually play. My kid would like it." I'm like, "Here."
That's nice of you.
Well, damn.
I never said you weren't nice.
You just implied it.
Possibly. So the European Pale Lager's been around forever.
Yeah.
Since they discovered lagering literally means to store, and they would leave it in the caves over the summer and get it out and start drinking it at the end of summer, March, April, all the way into October. And, that's where we got all of our lagers from, which is pretty cool. In
It's
fact,
very light, very light.
Right.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed about this is there's not a lot of carbonation in it.
it is generally the European beers have a milder carbonation. That's a good observation.
Yeah.
It's malty, but there are hops that play into it. Also, I wanted to let you guys know Carlsberg was one of the first breweries to identify lager yeasts and name them in like 1878, something crazy like that. So this brewery has been around for a long effing time.
Really?
Wow.
Long effing time. So you're drinking a yeast strain that is older than your eldest grandpappy by
wow.
far.
Oh wow.
It's malty. Hops play a role in this beer, but not a big role. And it actually goes great with this chili. Chili's kind of overpowering it, but it's still...
Oh, I didn't know where you were going to the chili yet.
Yeah, it's a black bean soup
We're
or something.
just
yeah.
Okay.
taking bites in
I ate the
between.
whole thing.
All right. Well, I'll wait till the end so you can talk about the chili. So, yeah.
No, it's too late.
Right on.
All right.
So, nice seventh inning stretch, guys. Did you enjoy it? Carlsberg?
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh,
Little
yeah.
Football?
It's a sweet, slightly sweet.
Slightly sweet from the malt.
Yep, yep,
More, a little
yep.
bit more malts in the European pale lagers.
Yeah.
They're not pilsners, so they don't have that dazzling hop based off that really mild pilsner malt. But
Right.
they offer a nice sweetness that goes good with the chili, I think, with the spiciness of the chili.
The taste doesn't. The taste does. It goes away really fast. It doesn't linger. Like it's,
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you taste it and it's like you
Yep.
didn't even drink a beer or a sip of a beer. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
That thing like hits every little pore in my mouth and kind of, I don't know. I can taste all this beer.
Yeah, but until you swallow it and like 2 seconds later, it's
I
like
know, but my
I don't
mouth
taste
is
it
still
anymore. I
reacting
like
to
it.
it.
Everybody's taste buds are a little bit different.
Yeah.
And how you perceive it. That's one of the beautiful things about your taste buds. They're not all the same. They're your buds, but they're not Nazis. Conformity is not unity, guys. Let's move along. You heard it first here on Ballbusters. What are we going with next here, Danny? I'm looking at this other rib here. It's got a beautiful looking sauce on it.
All right, so this is the kiwi lime pie. It's got a little bit of tartness in there. Obviously, kiwis, the lime would give it the tartness. There's a little cream cheese in there to thicken it up. And we're going with, what do you say, an IPA, a strong IPA to knock this out?
Man, we've got something amazing tonight, guys. This is Hop Slam from Bell's Brewing Company. Larry Bell. And this is out of Michigan. And this sucker weighs in at around 10%. If these glasses worked, I could tell you exactly. I just wear these because they look more handsome. They don't actually work. I paid a lot of money for them, though. But anyway, it's a double IPA. It's made with honey to dry. So when you add honey sugar to something, it definitely adds a sweetness, but it also drives up the